It's a cold, rainy, disgusting day here in Virginia. You can see my little yellow house. It's my mom. My mom chose that color. But we live across from a horse farm. But right now, headed to the shop gym to get in a chest and back workout with my two best friends, Zach and Jamie. So I'll see you guys there. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the new year. I'm actually making this video on December 29th. I'm about to leave back for Tallahassee, Florida. I'm currently in Virginia at my mom's house where I grew up, and you can see my room is an absolute mess. And at first I was like, this is no place to make a video, but I think it perfectly describes everything I'm going through right now and what this video's gonna be about. And as you can see in the title, as you can see, I hope you enjoyed this vlog thus far. This is my 2019 intentions, my targets. Call them anything you want besides a goal. I just think the term goal has really lost its value. When people think of goals, they think of this flighty things that they will never achieve, and these are true things that I will achieve in 2019, and I want to share them with you because, you know, right now my life looks like this. I'm kind of a mess. My life isn't perfectly put together, and I'm ready for that all to change. I'm finishing up my last semester of grad school. That's why I'm headed back to Tallahassee, finishing up my dietetic internship so I can become a dietitian. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to finally be done with school and just have all the time in the world to focus on myself, my business, and the relationships of those around me. So this is what my life looks like right now. Let me tell you what it's going to look like by the end of 2019, okay? So I'm just gonna read my intention, and then I'm gonna describe to you why it's important for me to have that in my life, and why I see myself achieving that, and how the how doesn't really matter for each one, because I'm gonna describe how I see it happening. But the world works in crazy ways, and if one of these gets achieved through a different avenue, a different revenue stream, a different way, I'm not gonna be mad about it. These are the intentions I want, and I see how my life is going from these. So let's jump into it. So the first one is I'm going to make $8,000 recurring income by December 31st. That's gonna be monthly income. That means I'm making $8,000 a month. To be on track to make $100,000 in a year, you need to make $8,333 per month. And so I said $8,000 recurring by December 31st. And the reason that's important to me is because when I started college, I was studying computer science, and computer science is one of those majors where you can do pretty well. Like, you don't really have to do amazing. You can graduate and get a great job with a great income and make a lot of money and move up the chain and have a successful career, but it wasn't what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to be successful in my own way, and I wanted to do something where I felt like I could help people, and that became nutrition. That's my passion. That's what I do. If you guys are watching this, you probably know that by now. So why 8,000 and why on track to make 100,000 per year? For me, I see that as being an amount of money that I can make to be free, to have freedom, and to scale. It's really important for me to make a lot of money in my life, because growing up, we were comfortable. We always had enough money. We always had food on the table. There were times where things did get hard, especially around like the 2008 time period. My father went bankrupt. My mom runs her own business. It wasn't doing that great because of the recession. It hit us really hard. My grandfather died in that time period. It was a really hard time for my family, and just experiencing that and kind of experiencing the aftermath of that, being huge scarcity mindset in my family where we feel like there's never enough money. Anytime I feel like there's a big expense, I get really stressed out about it because of that, and that's something I'm trying to change in my life. I never want my children to have to go through that. Not because that like adversity isn't good for you, but I think that it creates this mindset of there's never enough for us, and I think there's truly enough for everybody in the world to achieve whatever they want. So in 1 year from now, being able to have $8,000 recurring income would be comfortable for me, and it would set me up for scaling and being able to do the things that I want to do in my life, having flexibility, having freedom. This is kind of weird to say because I'm only 24, but one of my biggest goals in life is being a father. And I know that's really like you would never hear a 24-year-old say that, but my father was amazing, has been an absolutely incredible dad. Both of my parents really have been absolutely amazing. Of course, I can't be a mother. I know, shocker. But being a father to me is going to be one of the most important things in my life, and I'm really excited to do that. I'm not ready for it yet. I'm only 24. I'm not ready to have children or anything like that. But down the line, I do see myself wanting to just be an amazing father, be the best that I can be for my kids. And I don't know why that's important to me. I think it's just because my parents were so good to me. I want to kind of one-up them and have my children just be absolutely amazing. And I think that's a really good way for me to multiply my impact in this world. I want to be remembered. I'm not scared of saying that. I want to be remembered. I want to have an impact. And I think that's one other way that I can do it, by creating amazing people to go out into this world. And I think it's also why I'm a coach, because I want to go help other people, and when people feel so good about themselves, they're willing to go out there and help other people. And whether I'm coaching people for nutrition, or maybe in the future I'll be a business coach, or I'll be a CEO of my own nutrition company, well, that's definitely how it's going. In those times, I want to help people grow so that they become the best version of themselves and go out there and create the most impact that they can and make this world as great of a place as it can be to live for every single individual. Okay, so I think I beat that one to death. Let's move on. My second one is take my girlfriend on a date 1 time per week. This is important to me because my parents divorced at an early age, and it's always kind of impacted my life. I was 5 years old when it happened, so it wasn't like super detrimental. I kind of didn't understand what was going on. But that being said, there was a lot of things in my life that were, I guess, different than a lot of other kids, because I felt like a lot of other kids' parents weren't divorced, but of course, knowing the statistics, a lot of them have gotten or were divorced at some point. So it's important for me to just demonstrate that although I have very interesting views on marriage because of it, I think that marriage was an institution brought to people to create political power in the feudal times, when there were kings and queens, and and they obviously had other lovers and stuff like that. And I don't think that's how marriage it should be now. I think that it can definitely be between two individuals of any sex, any gender identity, whatever. I think it's a commitment to an individual, and that commitment is the hardest one you can make in your life. However, I think that if you are going to commit, if you are going to do it, I don't think it's for everybody, but if you are definitely going to do it, then you have to stick to it, and you have to keep your word. And there's nothing more I respect than seeing somebody who's been married for like 60, 70 years and still has a great marriage and still is deeply in love with their significant other. So for me, that's something I want to accomplish in my life, and I want to be relentless on that. I care about my girlfriend deeply, so I just want to continue to make her happy and to continue to date her throughout that process. So the third one is I want to journal 312 times. And you're like, Trevor, that's a super random number. But what I did is I took 52 weeks, because there's 52 weeks in the year, and I multiplied it by 6. I want to journal 6 times a week, but I don't want to put it that way because I understand I'm going to be traveling sometime. Something's going to go wrong. I'm going to be super busy at some point where I can't, or something's going to come up. But I want to be able to journal about 312 times this year, and journal my intentions, journal my feelings, journal everything, just because what I've experienced, and everybody has a different experience with journaling. You may be like, that's some hippy dippy shit, and I completely understand, because that's kind of what I thought too when I first started. But my business coach, Tony Stephan, really pushed me to do it. I did it, I actually loved it, and I've kind of gotten away from it right now since I've been on vacation, winter break, whatever. But I want to get back to it, because it's so powerful, and just setting your intentions and just being so clear to the universe about what you want in this lifetime, I think has some super powerful implications. I want to put my intentions out there into the, I'm making this video, come on, I want to put my intentions out there so strongly that the universe has no option but to help me achieve these things. So journaling 312 times, that's 6 times a week essentially. And I've lost my note. I accidentally deleted my note with my hand. All right, so here it is. How do I undelete that? I don't know how to undelete this. Anyway, I want to reinvest in coaching with my mentor Tony. I didn't put a date on this because I can't remember when my coaching is up. It's like March or April or May or something like that. But I want to reinvest. I listened to this podcast recently, and ironically it was Tony's, and he had Jason Capital on. And if you don't know who Jason Capital is, also an amazing person. Check him out, especially if you're into business, entrepreneurship. He talked about how every time he stopped with a mentor, he backtracked, he fell apart, he wasn't making progress, his progress stopped, and I don't want that to happen to me. I want to use that lesson, and I don't want to stop having this ego about me where I feel like, nah, I'm good, you know, like, I'm better than that. But in reality, I just want to be super humble about it and reinvest. Tony's helped me so much thus far, and I just see him helping me more and more throughout that. This is, I guess, a little plug. If you are also a nutrition coach and you're watching this, go check out Tony, because I promise you won't regret it. His coaching is filling up so fast. I don't know by the time this video comes out, I don't know if there will be any spots, but if you are interested, go check him out. If you're not a nutrition coach, honestly, check him out anyway, because he's a nutrition coach. He has a nutrition coaching business that he's expanding, and if you don't vibe with me, well, I don't know why you'd be watching this video, but if you don't vibe with me, then go check him out, because maybe you vibe with him as well. So I also going off of that, I want to hire a second mentor by September 30th. I think that's the last date. I don't know if there's a 31st in September. There might be, I can't remember. But the last day of September, I want to hire a second mentor. I think by then I'll have enough money to comfortably do that. I'm not sure who that is. I'm not sure what space they're going to be in, whether that's more business coaching, whether that's another nutrition coach, whether that's a fitness coach, whether that's, and I already have one of those. I already have a bodybuilding coach, so I don't know where it's going to be, but I want to hire a second mentor. Just to get extra perspective. I want more face time with people who are ahead of me in my field, other fields, business, life. Maybe I'll hire a life coach. I don't know. I'm gonna hire somebody who's really gonna help take my mindset to the next level, help take my business to the next level, help make my impact the next level. That's what's important to me. And I just think surrounding yourself with mentors. Every time I've been around successful people, everything in my life has gotten better. Better relationships have come from it. More money, more better workouts. Like literally my entire life has improved within like the next like a month after I've talked to a very successful person in person or on the phone or something. So I want to continue doing that, get as much FaceTime with successful people as I can, because that's who I want to be. Next, I'm going to achieve my pro card in classic bodybuilding. So I didn't set a date on this because I don't know how my first show in April is going to go. If it doesn't go how I want, then I'm going to keep grinding, keep hustling. For me, I know it seems like everybody on social media these days are either so about competing or they're like so against competing. For me, competing isn't my passion. However, it's something that I want to achieve just because it's one of those goals that like I know I'll look back on and be like, I can't believe I didn't go for it. You know, I can't believe I didn't get that pro card. Even if I never compete in a pro show, like even if I'm not the most well-known bodybuilder, it's just something for me where I've worked out for so long that I want to prove, I'm going to prove that I am one of the best. And I don't want that to sound in vain, but in reality, like, I just think that the way my coaching goes, the way I study nutrition, I understand nutrition, I think I am one of the best. Like, so for me, competing in bodybuilding is kind of that track. I would also like to start coaching competitors because that's like super high level nutrition, that's extreme nutrition, and I really like that. It's really interesting to me. So competing and getting my pro card will not only give me the reputation to be in that space, but also will make me understand what it's like, that mindset, the drive, what it takes to really dig down into that last percent body fat that takes you from something like 4th, 5th, 6th place to 1st place. That's what I want out of that. So I also want to take over all expenses in my life by December 1st. If you guys don't know, I'm not financially independent, especially right now. I have been more financially independent in the past with steadier income. However, coaching has been up and down, and right now I'm not as financially independent. It's not like I'm saying I don't pay for things myself. I definitely do, but I want to be completely financially independent. I'm 24. I'm in grad school, so I think a lot of people think that's an excuse, but I don't want to use that as an excuse to continue to take money from my parents and spend it on myself. And I want to have that freedom, that flexibility of being financially independent. It's super, super important to me at 24 to be financially independent. So by the time I'll be 25 in July, so by December I want to be completely financially independent of my parents and sustainably. I don't just want to get there and revert and not be financially independent again. I want to be so financially independent that I'm staying that way. I want to be able to give back to my parents. I have loans I need to pay to my parents, to the government. I have and like I still need to live, and I don't really care about living super like out there and wild and blowing money on chains and watches and vacations yet. I mean, maybe one day I'll have a cool, nice gold chain. I do have some nice watches, not anything crazy. And I've been on vacations, but you know, those things are gonna come. Those are gonna be in my life. Right now, it's super important for me to be so financially independent from my parents that going on a vacation doesn't make me feel guilty, because I could be giving that money back to my parents who have supported me for so long now. And then last one is I want to volunteer 100 hours. I think the way people talk about money and your life, giving back is one of the greatest things that you can do. Whether it's, you know, I've noticed this from achieving anything in my life, that it feels really good to achieve something for yourself, but anytime I've volunteered, it's just felt so much more powerful, so much more amazing. And this is completely selfish, and I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks, but I love that good feeling, so I'm gonna keep giving back to the community. I want to volunteer 100 hours. I don't really know what avenue that's gonna be. I would like to work with kids because I was a camp counselor in the past. It was amazing. I would love to maybe mentor some underprivileged kids, maybe like a big brother, big sister program, something like that. I love working with kids. I feel like I have a lot to offer kids because I was a very scared, nervous, shy, introverted child, a lot of social anxiety, but now I've overcome a lot of that, and I think I have a lot to give to a kid who may be in a situation where they have parents who are very poor, maybe are alcoholics or do drugs or like whatever. They're not in a stable household. I think I have a lot that I can give to a kid to change their life, and that's most important. I would love to see some kids grow up and become amazing people and really impact the world. And if I was a catalyst for that, like nothing would make me happier. That's how I see me being a father going, and I see that I would just want to continue to pass that along. That would be cool. Anything nutrition I would always love to give back on, because that's super important to me. Obviously, come on guys. Bodybuilding, fitness, like literally anything I can give back there. If you guys have any ideas, post them below. If you guys have any ideas of how I can achieve any of these things, let me know. I would also, even more so, love to hear your intentions, your targets for 2019. Guys, this is a huge year. I see a lot of things changing. You know, I think the biggest thing that you can always remember is you don't have to be in the same spot you're in today 6 months from now. And I say 6 months because it's not that far away. 6 months seems to go by like that. Now, you definitely don't have to be where you are today in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 6 years, but if you start today, even in 6 months, you can be somewhere completely different, and it all starts with setting intentions. I'm in an incredibly different spot than I was a year ago today, so for me, that's absolutely incredible, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. I see myself in a year from today being so much farther along and being able to give back so much more. So let me hear what you guys have to say below. If you guys enjoyed this video, or if you think I'm stupid or whatever, I don't know, give it a thumbs up either way. It helps me reach other people. I would like to grow this channel as well. Because obviously if I have more, I'm gonna just be super honest, if I have more subscribers, I can get more people on my channel to give you guys advice. I can make more videos, I can have more funds to give you guys videos that are more dope. It's not me just sitting in my room at home with messy stuff behind me. It's gonna be me like with like a drone and like some like girlfriend on my shoulders and like other strong guys talking about stuff. Alright, I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but I hope you guys enjoy this. Again, hit thumbs up, hit subscribe if you're not already following the channel. There's a lot of nutrition videos coming, lots of vlogs of me, and you know, there's a couple other places I want to branch out to, and I don't know, maybe if I get enough subscribers, I'll post some other things about my life that I don't really talk about a lot. Keep you curious about what they are. So I'll catch you guys later. I know this is getting super long. My camera's probably already turning off. So I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.